Normally we're very good at this. Okay. Hey, this is Niki.
And I'm Ralf, and we are Krash Karma.
And you are watching
Rockin' Hacky Sack.
That's good. All right, then here we are in Kotka with Krash Karma. Welcome to Finland.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
If I understand, this is your first time ever in Finland to do gigs.
No, it's the third time.
Yes.
Third,
Yes.
all right. When were the,
The last time we were here 2 years ago, I believe,
Yes,
right?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. And we played in a couple different cities. This is our first time in Kotka, for sure.
yes.
We've played Helsinki a couple times now.
Yes.
all right, so you're pretty familiar with the Finnish fans then. So how has the tour been so far?
Pretty awesome. We love the Finnish people. We have a good time with them.
Yes, we really got bored in Spain where it was so warm, hanging out at the beach with all the drinks. We needed some cold, some real stuff. So we are happy in Finland.
Happy here at dark and rainy Finland. Nice to hear. Hey, I didn't know that you've been touring here because when I heard you guys that you're coming here in Kotka and I checked out your videos, what is this metal band? They're playing only in duo? Then I checked out and I found out that you haven't always played as duo.
Nope.
So when this duo thing, kind of started?
It was kind of accidental because we were a three-piece when this all happened, and we had a big tour in the United States coming up with many festivals and things, and our bass player hurt his back. And as we were driving to the first show, and we had to fly him back home, and we tried to get replacements and get anybody to come and join the tour, but nobody was available. But we're not the kind of people to quit and give up. So we said, okay, what can we do? And we rearranged, while we're driving to the first concert, we rearranged our entire set and decided to put my drums in the front and play more songs that I sing. We write and record everything ourselves anyway, so we could do it. We knew we could do it. It was just a matter of how and logistics, and we tried it and we had a great response, so we decided to continue crafting that avenue.
Oh, that's amazing story because I know a lot of big bands would have, postponed their tour dates or something like that, or probably they have, it's easier then to get someone to get replacement because everybody wants to do a big shows.
For sure, yes.
Anyway, but whoa, hats off. That's a great story, and it's true story.
Yeah.
Yes, and then I mean, I was on the first tour. I realized I can build an instrument because I also record bass, and I'm a bass player too. So I created this instrument where I can play bass and guitar at the same time, and that became the cornerstone of the Krash Karma sound. And since it was a big tour, most people know us as a two-piece. They didn't know we were three people before, and so I built this instrument, and now it became a vital part of what Krash Karma is.
I heard that, or actually read something when I interested about you, and searched for your videos from YouTube and listened to the songs, and I was, there is a bass somewhere. I can see the player, and then I found out that your instrument is called Mrs. Frankenstein.
Yeah.
So tell me how it's built. What's the magic thing that you have bass and everything in it?
The magic thing is that there's a special pickup that sits only under the low E string, and it gets an isolated root note, and that goes through an octave down pedal, through an EQ pedal, through a bass amp. So I'm playing different amplifiers with different effects, but then it sounds like two people, but it's just me. But it's all on the right hand. I always need to play the E string, and basically whatever Niki's doing on the kick drum, that's what I'm doing on the E string, and the rest I will play around it, and that's how we develop the grooves and the song compositions.
That's interesting, man. Has anybody come to you to ask how did you build that stuff and
Yeah.
Yes, of course, people ask me to build them guitars, but there's only 24 hours in a day, and I'm not a guitar builder. I can do it for me, and I have a YouTube video up where I can, if you Google Krash Karma build, I show people how to do it, and they can do it themselves. But I don't want to be a guitar builder. I want to play guitar and rock and roll and tour the world. That's what I'm doing with this.
That's great. You're sharing kind of secret information how to build, special instruments for free.
Yes, I mean, it's a community. We're in the metal community, and everybody should do what we do. I think there's no boundaries, there's no borders. Whatever you come up with, you can do. Your fantasy is your only limitation.
And we encourage that. We encourage people to take this idea and run with it. And we love to see other duos, and everyone has their own spin on it and their own take on the duo, you know, and we appreciate that. And this is just our take on how to represent the duo.
One thing which, you know, I really got into, I saw a live clip from Wacken or something like that, from a few years back. Last year, okay. But the energy that you two created on stage, I was like, you know, what is happening over there? It's amazing. How do you do that? Are you kind of, you know, some of the sportsmen, ice hockey or football, basketball players, some of them are, you know, when they go on the game, they are, you know, like already filled with, you know, adrenaline. So do you have the same feeling when you go on stage?
Yes.
Every show is the last show we play. That's always the attitude. That's going to be the last show. And we like punk, hardcore, and the energy those bands bring on stage. They're jumping around, the crowd's going crazy, stage diving, crowd surfing, mosh pits. That's what we receive and that's what we give out.
And of course, when the, you know, audience, you notice that now we're connected, then it gives you more energy back.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, hey, how about the influences in your music? Do you think, what kind of music were you listening before you started to play and write own songs? And do you think that those influences are somewhere there in your music?
Absolutely, yes. From Elvis to Johnny Cash to Slayer to In Flames to Massive Attack. ABBA.
Yeah. I think once you're a music lover, you love all different genres, and we're very into listening to good music, and we love to listen to music. Like when we come here, we want to listen to what is traditional Finnish or what artists are from Finland, and we like to immerse ourselves into the culture, and we do that with all of music, and we use that.
We love Elekkelaiset, Oompa music. It's great.
They're really popular in Germany.
Yes, we love them.
That's great to hear. And they are doing, like, you know, famous rock and roll and metal songs. They are translating it to Humpa.
Yes. Why not?
Awesome.
So how did you two come together in first place? Where did you meet and how did you decided to start a band?
We met at a big music convention in Los Angeles called the NAMM Show, and it's a place where all the instrument makers and companies come, and therefore all the artists that endorse the brands come, and so it's just a kind of a huge 4-day event that happens, and we met there. And I think we started first making music. He was in another band, I was in a different band, and I had asked him to help me to produce some of my own stuff. And then he needed a drummer at some point, so I was playing with him, and then we just decided, hey, why don't we do something together? And we kind of started in that direction to come up with Krash Karma.
Well, how did you end up picking up name Krash Karma? Because for me, Karma and when it's written with, you know, Krash Karma with K, 2 Ks, I find it like, you know, something Eastern. You know, like,
Little Eastern.
I mean, there's all these religions, death cults, I call them, Christianity and stuff, and I don't believe in any of this. But you believe in something in life, and one thing I found interesting is the concept of karma, that what you give out, you receive. That's always been a thing, and I would believe that if you're a good person, good things come to you. If you're a bad person, bad things come to you. And that's the concept of karma. And Krash Karma it comes really quick with a bang. And that's something that also describes the economy of the band, where it's the crash, something quick, and then the karma, something you put out that comes back.
The duality. Also, that's a big concept in our music too. Is always the duality of it, with the yin and the yang, and so we have a lot of those concepts in our music and our artwork and stuff like that. So it comes back to that Eastern philosophy, I guess you would say, is more influential to us than the Western style of spirituality and stuff like that.
Well, I wasn't far enough then, because somehow the name, and like I told you, like it's written, it's something about from the Eastern culture came up to my mind.
Nice.
All right. Well, now you're touring. This is last finished gig, is it? Yes. Then you're heading to Europe, Germany, and what happens after that? Are you taking a break, creating new music, or touring, or what's going to happen?
We're going straight back into the studio, writing our new album, and then we're gonna be recording it in our studio in Los Angeles. And we try to have it ready by next summer.
So you're not that kind of band who are riding on the road and.
Yes, we also
Oh,
do.
yeah.
We definitely wrote a few songs while we're on tour right now.
Yeah.
We're constantly writing, always.
All right. So, but do you also lay down demos when you are on tour, like staying in hotel or bus? Do you?
I mean, we write lyrics and we
Lyrics,
sing ideas into our phones. No, we don't really have the time to record a demo. But the demo stage is gonna happen when we get back to Germany next month, and then we're gonna start recording next year.
Yeah.
I mean, we always like, if we release an album with 10 songs on it, we probably write around 70 or 80 and writing. Then we refine the songs and pick the best songs, and it's gonna be the album.
But that's easy nowadays when you have phones and there are recording machines, so you don't need a tape recorder like used to be.
We always used to have a little digital recorder, something that's as big as a phone, always. And whatever, when there's an idea, write it down, record it, or do something. But with phones, of course, it became a little easier. But I've always been doing it like this, with a little tape recorder.
Have you ever had a situation where you have a melody or lyric line in your mind, and you think that, okay, I remember this, and I put it down on my, memo, or I record it as soon as I do this first, and then you do the thing first that you were doing, and then you're like, it was good, but I can't remember it.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And I had the best ideas, I believe, that I forgot, and I could kill myself over this. And I'm always thinking about this. There's a bunch of songs where I came up with the best lines and I forgot, and I don't remember. And I always think, if it's good enough, you will remember.
Yeah.
But I don't.
It's not true.
It's not true.
It's not true. You
So,
gotta get it down directly. If you have an idea, get it down directly.
Very painful memories.
Sorry that I kind of dig them up. But I had to ask that.
Yes, it's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. Definitely.
All right. So, like we talked, that you haven't always been a duo, but you are now. Are you going to continue as a duo up till the very end?
I never say never. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have an idea. Maybe we should hire a choir. So it's us and then 12
An
people
entire
behind us
choir.
singing.
Yeah.
Nobody with an instrument, because I will play all the instruments. But we have 12 people who just sing. Maybe something like this, or maybe do something with an orchestra, or maybe we hire a band. I don't know.
Or collaborations. We're interested in doing collaborations and things like that. So we never say never.
Yeah.
And when we write whatever's coming to us with no limitations. So, and to produce that sometimes is impossible with two, but we also, depending on our writing and what we need and what the song calls for, is what we will do. Yeah.
And maybe when you write new songs and start demoing those songs, you notice that, okay, this song really needs a cello or violin or stuff like that.
Exactly. You never know.
Yeah.
That sounds great. Well, I think I'll let you now to get ready for your show here in Kotka, and I hope you're going to kick some ass on the stage.
Absolutely. Every show is the last show. And it's going to be our last show in Finland, so we absolutely kick ass tonight.
Absolutely.
Last show on this tour, but I hope you keep coming back.
Yes, we will, for sure.
Thank you very much, and have a great rest of the tour in Europe, and hopefully we hear new music from you.
Yes.
Yes.
Next
Kibis.
year. Yeah.
Kibis.
Yes. Kiitos.
Kiitos.
Thank you.
We always get them confused.
Kibis.
Kibis. Thank you.